Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to ramp test day. A day, I'm sure if you've done one before, that you fear. I definitely fear it. I build myself up to it a little bit and always get a little bit intimidated by the session. But today marks the end of my off-season breaks. I've had 2 weeks of not really doing much or any training. I've been bunged up with cold like a lot of people. I feel like I'm towards the end of it now. Still a little bit snotty, but I feel absolutely fine in myself. I got out for a ride towards the end last week, and other than a high heart rate, I felt okay. So I need to start getting back into training, but the first thing I need to do is to set my training zones on the bike. So what you do is you do some sort of test on the bike, be it a 1 hour test, be it a 4DP test, or a 5 and 20 minute test, or a ramp test. I prefer the ramp test. Last winter, within a couple of weeks or so, I did a 5 and 20 minute test, a 1 hour test, and a ramp test, and the results were very, very similar for my estimated threshold. So from that I took, I'll just do the easiest test from now on. Now, I use easy in inverted commas because whenever you're testing to exhaustion, it's going to be hard. It's going to be obviously as hard as you can go. It's just doing it in different ways. So the ramp test is, as it is on this little picture here, it starts off ever so easy, start off with a little warm up, and then your power basically increases 20 watts every minute, and it just keeps going up and up and up until you can't pedal anymore. You'll notice I've changed my FTP to 5 watts, that was an increase 20 watts previously, just so that Zwift definitely gives me like a new threshold alert at the end of it, so I know what it is. And the actual maths behind it is that Zwift takes 75% of your best 1 minute power, so your final minute, and that is what it estimates to be your 1 hour power, your functional threshold power. And in my experience, it's pretty accurate actually for me, so it's a good little line in the sand. It takes no thought process, you just got to pedal till you can't pedal anymore. So I think that is about it. Let me know down below though, what sort of testing do you prefer, if you prefer any sort of testing at all, you sickos. And yeah, but this is what I'm going to be doing. Differently to the last few years as well, last year, I'm going to be doing this in row position. I do a lot of racing in TT position, however, I'm about 30 weeks away from doing a triathlon, so therefore I'm going to do this first sort of 16-week training block in row position, try and bump up my absolute power, and then in the second 16-week block I will then start introducing TT position to bring together the gap between my TT position power and my row position power. Make sense? Maybe. Let's go. So in terms of previous results, I think my best ever row position test is estimated a threshold of about 370 watts, but that was a couple of years ago. I haven't really done any structured training on the bike this year, since about February or March. I just wanted to enjoy the year and I did a few events, but I just rode outside my mates mainly, probably potentially at the detriment to my fitness, but whatever. I'm definitely a lot heavier than I was a couple of years ago anyway, and I'm not using that as an excuse. If anything, I should be able to put out more power now being heavier. So I'm not really gonna have a specific target in mind. I'm just gonna go as hard as I can for as far as I can. It would be nice to be around 340-ish, 350-ish maybe, but I'm not going to cry if I don't, because it's just a line in the sand for training. It's just going to make my training as efficient as it can be. In terms of specific prep for this test tonight, nothing really. No caffeine, no stimulants, nothing like that. Unless you're going to do that before every training session, all you do is perhaps bump your test result up a little bit and make your training a bit harder than it needs to be. So I've come in from work, I've just had a Belvita bar, I've got some squash in a bottle, and that's pretty much it. So I've rested the whole of today in the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to be fresh as a daisy. So I should be able to give this the berries. So anyway, my heart rate's already sky high, but anyway, Liz is going to come in and get some video of me going hard, so we'll perhaps cut to that now. Right, so I'm just getting into the business end now, just ticked on to 300 watts. So I'm hoping to get towards, I don't know, 460-ish on the ramp. I'm just going to go as hard as I can, as I said. So I'm probably going to shut up now and just get into it, and Liz is going to get like perfectly close to me and do all these weird angles and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A bit like this.
Yeah, like that. Liz, feel free to start shouting at about 400 watts, that's when it'll get out really hard, I think.
Okay. Do that.
Stood in front of the fan.
Sorry.
When you get into it, it's okay. When you hit the next power up, there's about 2 or 3 seconds of like trying to get over the top of the gear. That's often where I crumble.
Well done, 400. Grit those teeth. Every second counts.
It does. You're listening, aren't you?
Yeah. I had to run a marathon, you can do this.
This is harder.
Don't believe you. Well done, good work. Go on, don't give up. 420.
There's a bit.
Go on, keep going. Grit those teeth, dig deep. There's still more left in the tank yet. Nailing it. Go on. Go on. This is where it really matters now. All these seconds. Well done. Great work. Well done. That's it. Absolutely brilliant. Keep going. Well done. Keep pushing. Ride through the pain. Go on, hang on in there. Yes, well done. Keep going. Well done. Well done. That was brilliant.
Oh my god.
Don't be sick. Well done. Try and just spin your legs out if you can.
Oh,
352. What was it before?
I haven't tested for ages.
Ah.
That's about right.
Good, yeah. You thought it was going to be about that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Well done.
roughly. Am I close enough for a debrief? That was good. I think that's a bit too close.
No, this is great.
Okay, that was good. About where I expected. It's estimated 352, so I got just into 480 watts. And after about 5 seconds, I just couldn't turn the pedals anymore. It was just too much to get on top of the gear. I almost think if you get through the first seconds, you stand for like 5 seconds, you stand a good chance of getting like 30 seconds through, 40 seconds through. But I just couldn't get through that first bit. That's about where I expected it to be. Early this year, I've done 360 plus for a 20-minute TT and TT position, so it's hard to compare, but that'll do for the time being. Helps me set my training zones for the next few weeks. We'll retest in about 8 weeks. Just do 352, you got calculators, through 352, because people will ask this, how much do you weigh? And
What's per
I'm
kilo?
not proud of this. I'm not proud of this at all. I was 94 kilos this morning, so do
352.
divide by 94,
Yeah.
which is
3.74.
yeah. So it gives me an FTP of 3.74 watts per kilo. People will ask that, and it is a good measure
That
for
is
climbing.
good, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not too important for riding on the flats. But it's definitely something for me to work on. So I feel like I don't want to go on about weight, but power, the whole point of it is outright power and power to weight. I've been at 78, 79 kilos before. That puts me about 4.7 on that same power, and I know I can hold that power at that weight. So my main focus of the winter is to limit my time on the bike through the RideHarder Academy, but still keep the fitness there, improve on that if I can, drop the weight of the winter, and then hopefully emerge in the spring like an absolute machine. That sound alright?
Yeah.
Whew.
Sounds good.
Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, you sickos, watching me absolutely suffer. Thank you, Liz, for having the camera. Let me know what your thoughts are about testing down below. It's my first test for ages, and generally I don't test in the summer. I don't see the point of it, I just use race results really, because that's what matters. But anyway, winter training, different format now, isn't it? Got to get back to the indoor training. I'm rambling. I'm going to end today's video there. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you on another day. I'm not quite sure what the format's going to be because I'm recording this video during my YouTube hiatus, so I'll see you again soon.
Bye.